The big breaking story coming in right now. Father Stan Swamy, the 84-year-old priest and activist who had been in jail for the last 9 months, has now died in a Mumbai hospital. He had been hospitalized in Mumbai's JJ hospital and recently been put on a ventilator following post-COVID complications. My colleague Arvind joining us with the latest on that breaking story. Arvind, what are we hearing?
Ankita, the JJ hospital has informed the Bombay High Court now, saying that the octogenarian, the Father Stan Swamy, passed away at somewhere around 1:30 p.m. The matter was heard by the Bombay High Court when a petition was filed on behalf of him, saying that he need to be shifted from the jail premises to a hospital, and the Bombay High Court is continuously hearing the matter. Earlier, it was the Bombay High Court who ordered that Father Stan Swamy to be immediately shifted to a hospital of his own choice for better medical treatment, whereas Father Stan Swamy, every time whenever application was filed before the Bombay High Court, in fact last time he appeared personally via virtual mode, via online before the Bombay High Court, and he said that he needs bail, and hearing both the sides, the Bombay High Court had asked him to be immediately shifted to a hospital of his own choice. From Holy Family Hospital, he was shifted to JJ Hospital. Now the JJ Hospital authorities have informed the Bombay High Court, saying that on Saturday he suffered cardiac arrest and they could not revive him. Somewhere around 1:30 p.m. he passed away. So the hospital authorities also gave further details about his Parkinson's disease and also his COVID treatment, etc. And all. What they are saying is that though he recovered from COVID, but his lungs got severely infected, and that led to his collapse. That's what the hospital authorities have informed the Bombay High Court. In fact, appearing for Father Stan Swamy, senior counsel Desai wanted a judicial inquiry into this particular matter. According to his counsel, they said that he was admitted to JJ Hospital after 10 days. In fact, according to them, there was an inordinate delay of 10 days, after which only he was admitted to JJ Hospital, and that's why he sought a judicial inquiry into this matter. Though the court has not gone into it, now the court is discussing on the modalities of what should be done next. Though the court has expressed its complete sorrow and sadness, but the court is looking into the matter what should be done next, because the JJ Hospital does not have the facility for a postmortem, etc. So his remains will be sent to Cooper Hospital, where the postmortem will be conducted and the cause of death will be ascertained, and after which the further things will be carried out. But his counsel, senior counsel Desai, is still insisting that there needs to be a judicial inquiry into what led to this delay of admission at the JJ Hospital. Ankita?
Right, Arvind, that of course is the immediate matter, the delay in hospitalization that perhaps in a way contributed to his death. But there is also this much larger, extremely important question of whether Stan Swamy spent far too many months in jail on charges which had not been proved against him under those charges under the very stringent UAPA Act. And, we've seen in recent days many other activists in similar cases who were also charged under UAPA have had those charges dismissed. And this was an 84-year-old man who literally languished in prison for 9 months.
Yeah, Ankita, he was not given bail because a stringent UAPA was invoked against him. So unless and until prima facie he manages to establish that there is no case against him, he cannot be let out on bail. That's how the UAPA has been entirely formulated. That's why many people have challenged UAPA in toto, especially the bail clause, etc. But according to him, he has been in jail for quite some time. He was arrested at Jharkhand. After he was arrested at Jharkhand, he was taken to Mumbai and he was lodged at the Mumbai Taloja jail. Afterwards, the NIA did file a charge sheet also. In the meantime, Father Stan Swamy, he moved for the bail a couple of times. But every time, because UAPA is so stringent that the bail cannot be granted unless or until a prima facie case is made out in favor of the accused, he was not granted bail. In fact, if we could detail the applications, the several applications that were filed by Father Stan Swamy, that one such application was for allowing him to use his own water and water sipper. In fact, he applied before the NIA special court, saying that he is suffering from Parkinson's disease and he wants his water sipper. But whereas NIA sought at least 20 days time when the matter came up for the hearing, and NIA said that they need time to respond to this application. They took 20 days. After 20 days, they did file an application saying that they did not seize this water sipper at Jharkhand, and after which several citizens they sent from their own. They ordered water zipper for Father Stan Swami to the Taloja jail. So all this happened, but lately when he started feeling unwell, when there was this entire COVID
I'm going to interrupt you there for a moment. Do stay on with us. We're now beginning to get reactions to these developments. Colin Gonsalves is on the phone line with us. Mr. Gonsalves, your response to this terrible, tragic news coming in.
Well, I feel very sad. I feel terribly, terribly sad because Stan Swami was a dear friend of mine whom I knew for a long, long time. And I knew him as a fearless fighter, non-violent, fearless fighter who fought for the tribals of Jharkhand all the time, lived a very simple life. And, when I heard about these charges, it's so despicable when the police and the NIA can file charges of violence and terrorism against a man who's so peace-loving, I felt so bitter. And I also feel bitter about the courts that refused to grant him bail and send him home. So even if he had to die, he would die at home in peace. And I think the legal system contributes to the suffering of people, innocent people. And it's a blot on the reputation of the judiciary. It's like an emergency kind of blot where reputed human rights activists must die in jail without their case ever coming to trial. It's a terrible, terrible blot on our judiciary. I feel very bitter about this.